Welcome to the Tone Jerks Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today...
Kyle McIntyre.
Oh,
Are we doing voices?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Funny voices?
That was my real voice. I've been doing a funny voice this whole time.
What's your real voice?
Oh, hi.
I'm Kyle McIntyre.
Yeah, that's better.
I'm Kyle McIntyre. All right.
That'll turn people off the episode.
Right
what
away.
the fuck am I listening to?
What the fuck? All right. What is new in your world, Kyle? What is shaking? What is grooving?
I built a pedal.
Oh, okay.
So, haven't done one in a while. It is that that PCB I picked up, the business card one from Death by Audio at NAMM. Yeah. So it's cool. I should have picked up two. So I did one.
That is a cool idea.
Yeah.
That is really, really bitchin'.
Yeah. It serves two purposes. It's got the guy's name on it.
Yeah.
How you can find him, all this stuff, and then you can make a pedal out of it, which is cool.
It's like a little you had to scavenge for parts? You had to find parts?
Yeah, I had a lot of them. I had a lot of the parts. I mean, okay, there's not that many of the
It's a handful of
the
parts.
14 parts that went into it, right?
Yeah.
I didn't have two.
Okay. Yeah.
So
not too bad.
yeah.
So you got the parts online?
Yeah, I got, we needed a transformer, which I've never actually put in.
Robots in disguise.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Or is
Your
it?
face. Damn it. Maybe I keep thinking, I never want to do video. Video is bullshit. It's fucking super hard to do. And I'm like, what's the payoff?
Priceless faces.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. The face Kyle, he looked like, it's like you're like, if you were a kid, you're 10 years old and your father caught you smoking, that's the face that Kyle just gave you for that joke.
Wait, the father or the son?
Yes. Whatever's the you actually mold it together. Just take that style and this style and just interweave them. All right, we're having too much fun already.
Jesus Christ.
Goddamn.
I'm just on Frescas right now.
You're on jalapeno pineapple pizza
Yeah.
and Frescas. I'm on a couple beers. So
Yeah.
we're having a good
We're both
time.
high. So I built the pedal.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
back on track. Goddamn.
Yeah, so I had an enclosure like that.
It's gonna be one of those episodes, people.
Yeah.
Buckle up, baby.
I'll try and steer this one, I guess.
Yeah. You should host.
No, maybe one day.
Nah, bitch.
I gotta prep for it. I gotta be a complete asshole douchebag, and I gotta start. I have to have 30 years of experience of that first before I can run it. So call me when I'm 60.
You just get really bad tan. You spike your hair up a bunch.
Yeah, watch
hey everybody hates me. I'm Brian.
You're like, wow, that's very
I'm
accurate.
the least likable one on the podcast, and nobody can relate to me.
voted least likely to be a nice guy.
Least likely
Kyle.
least likely to be somebody that somebody enjoys or even puts up
Enjoys someone else's company.
Oh man.
All right. Jesus
okay.
Christ. So I had a spare enclosure. Basically, I bought it a long time ago just to have for this occasion, basically, if I ever wanted to build anything.
Yeah, it's really...
I think I got it actually last year to put it in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm going to do this, whatever. And then
finally getting around to it, yeah.
Turned out that the first run that I grabbed, or that PCB from last year was garbage.
Was bullshit.
Yeah, it's missing something, or there's a broken link somewhere. And
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. So I'm glad I didn't do that. But this year, put it in, put my basic. So I did everything.
Okay,
I drilled.
I mean, so the enclosure itself, I'm gonna scale it back.
Yeah.
It is super cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's a really nice, I don't know, what is orangey
Yeah,
copper,
I think it's
sparkle, big
vintage
flake.
orange, I think they call it, or it's a sparkly orange, very deep. It's I don't know. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's sparkle orange. It's
it's from Mammoth.
I want to say what's the size that you would
It's
say?
huge. I don't even know. It's 2.5 MXR pedals, maybe.
Well, I mean, it's the size of probably the Descent or even the Triggernaut, kind of around that size.
It's bigger than the Triggernaut, and it's probably smaller than the Descent.
Yeah, so it's
ballpark right there.
Yeah, it's the
and it's the same size
it's
as
the
a
Goldilocks
loaf of bread.
between those. Yeah, Oh, yeah, if you had a sandwich that size,
dude, that's perfect.
2 slices of bread.
Of like regular, like white, cut on diagonal.
All right, why has it got to be white?
Because that's what you eat, dude.
Because it's flavorless, and that's what you put like peanut butter and jelly on.
The bread is just the transportation device, you idiot.
Because peanut butter and jelly is what you want get in your gullet.
Yeah, you don't like the bread. If you can't taste them, there are no carbs in the bread.
Oh, that's the transparent carb.
Yeah.
If you can't taste it, it's not there.
Jesus,
well, it's a fucking life hack.
Yeah,
you're good, Kyle. I mean,
you can write that down. Tell your personal trainers.
Take that to the bank.
And try and cash it in. So I drilled everything. I have a drill press, so I drilled all the holes.
Yeah,
I marked it.
Badass.
It for the most part, it's in there straight. Like I think one of the jacks it's not equidistant from the outside.
It's a little off.
It's just a little off.
So
you have the jacks. They're a little off.
Okay.
Clip that. You can save that for something else, I guess.
There's a joke in there. You know, sometimes they don't land, people. But you got to shoot your shot, kid.
God damn it. You put both those together. It's cringy. So yeah, I just did a 9-volt jack. Put the I'll have to do one more thing to it, but for the most part, it works.
Yeah,
I put the color changing LEDs in there.
Yeah, that's the coolest part.
I put 2 of them in there. So like it's a dual switch pedal. So it's got fuzz.
Yeah,
and then it's got an octave
side.
So you can take the octave off.
It's cool. I mean,
yeah,
it sounds.
It doesn't sound like shit. I guess it sounds like a fuzz.
It sounds.
Yeah, it does sound. It creates it,
and it looks bitchin'. And the thing is, you got knobs that go perfectly with it. Who hooked you up with those bad boys?
Jojo O'Rourke.
Jojo O'Rourke.
Yeah. So he sent me like a care package, and those knobs were in it. Mm-hmm. I still have 2 more. So
I mean, it's like
cool.
Yeah, it's like copper colored, like almost like Klon looking knobs.
Yeah, they're the Klon shape, but they're like sparkly orange still.
Sparkly orange to go with the sparkly orange.
Yeah,
so
and it seemed to work out, and it's just like a night of working on it because it did drill. Like I had to mark, punch the holes, basically mark where my drill's going, and then like do a pilot hole, and then do the main one.
I mean, you're actually like drill press and like actually doing that whole thing.
Probably should have vacuumed up the shavings, but
I mean they're still there from like 3 weeks ago, so.
That's how it is, dude.
I mean, yeah, mixing with the beer cans, it's a good aesthetic. It's you got it going on here. Yeah, Fresca cans, you got that going too. It's everything. I mean, oh shit, you got some candy wrappers and shit. So, like, it's working man's garage here. It's good stuff. Baby.
Yeah,
it's all about the the vibe, baby.
I got another what's new. It's not pedal or gear or even buying related of things that I've.
All right, well, lay it on me slick.
All right, so the other day on my work truck, I noticed like weird shit on the side of my truck, like right next to my door handle, my passenger side. It's like this tan stuff. It almost looked like texture of like a Band-Aid when you look at it really closely.
Ew.
And then I was like, "What the fuck is?" I poked it, and they were like egg sacs.
What?
Yeah. I was like, "Oh shit!" And they like popped, and I'm like, "Oh god!" Like clean my hand.
Was it a spider?
No, they weren't cottony or anything like that. They were like rubbery. It was still wet because it had rained a lot. And
mosquito.
No, mosquitoes grow in water.
You know what? I'm dumb. I'm just gonna shut up because your story, I'm stomping all over it.
Continue.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So there were, that looks exactly like a Band-Aid, like that texture, like that color.
Jesus,
it's weird, right?
Yeah.
And so I left it there. I was like, I'm gonna see what these are. I could have wiped them off right then because they were wet, right?
I'm gonna observe. Okay, good.
Yeah, so
I like it.
Yeah.
Like let nature run its course.
So I've driven this truck all around town, driven it, and this has been like a week and a half of driving.
I mean, you claimed this truck, so now it's yours.
So if I want a science experiment on one side, so today
they're gonna have fisticuffs for it.
Yeah, I showed someone else that I work with, and like, what the fuck is that? They're like freaking out, like, oh god, I'm like, oh, I'm just to leave it.
You're a brave man.
And that was like 2 days ago. Yeah, it was 2 days ago. They were still eggs, right? Today, I just happened to walk around the truck and I looked, and it looked like a bunch of ants on the side. I'm like, yeah, hold on. It looked like ants. I looked really closely. They're little worm, like caterpillar looking things. And I was like, oh, those could be like, I don't know what they were. They looked like, I took a picture of it, by the way.
Imgur, we'll do that.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if you really. It's pretty nasty. Like looking at them.
I'm trying to get better with the media with the podcast. So we'll do it.
Sure, man.
The only person that's gonna see it is probably Fuzzmonger. He's like, "You guys are fucking unsubscribed."
Yeah, it's like zooms in, like, oh, that's where the line is.
That's where it was. That's the line.
No, zoomed in, saw the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. So little fucking things are all moving, like wiggling around. And I was like, can't have that. So I just like smashed them all and killed them.
You know what? Here's my boot.
On the side of my truck. No. So it was like, after I was like, ooh, I do not want.
Where the hell do you, I mean, we both live and park our trucks in Claremont.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had anything like that in my life.
It was weird. I think it was like a moth or something flying.
Oh, okay.
That deposited all the eggs.
Oh man! Once I saw like this moth that was the size of like a fucking bird
in the house or something.
No, it was on like our fence outside, just like hanging out.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you like the queen, or like the?
Do you own all the other moths or what?
Can I like
Can you Uber me downtown?
Yeah, can you take me downtown? I just sit on it. He's like.
You see all that powder on you? Fuck!
You are too fat to ride this. You just killed our queen.
Yes, I don't know what, but they're wiggling around. They're like little inchworm
moth or something. Yeah,
yeah, but they're probably caterpillars.
Now we're getting into the season of the bugs.
Bugs, man, we get
and arachnids, and I'm not gonna lie. We've talked about it before on the Patreon, but on the main feed, I'll let you guys know. I'm not a big fan of spiders. Not a big fan. Okay.
If you like, hey, I respect your spot.
You stay outside and just stay out of my way.
But if you make a move on me,
anyway. So that is Did you ever find out what it was? It was a moth.
I think they're moths. I'll have to look it up. But I killed all of them.
A hell of a story.
I smashed the shit out of all of them.
So not only are you just like checking out your new clients, your new job, you're checking out the old wildlife around San Diego, apparently, because you've never lived here for 30 years.
Yeah, fucked them up though.
Anyway, you got the better of them.
Yeah.
Well, I got a shitload of what's news. I'm just gonna barrel into it.
Let me hit you.
What do you say?
Hit me with them, actually.
All right. So I got one that does not involve you.
Thank God.
So I bought a cable on Reverb.
Cool.
So Mercury Magnetics. They have these power cables.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, they're like what? I think 6 to 10 feet power cables. The IEC, whatever.
They're the molded plastic ends, right? That you'd put into the AC cable.
I mean, they're going to go into your amp, your pedal board, your power supply, whatever.
Well, I mean, they're not like the handmade ones where they're
no.
Where they screw it. Yeah, okay.
They're red, and the only reason I like them is because they're red. Like you have to like see them. Like there's a red, thick with 2 C's cable there.
Yeah,
that's mine. Nobody else. I had never seen those before, and so I'm like, you're at a show. I'm like, that's mine.
Should get purple. Get purple.
They do not. They only make red. Fuck. And so, anyway, so I bought one full price from Mercury. God, I cannot say that. Mercury Magnetics a while ago. It's like $22 or whatever for like a 10-foot cable. That's like it's supposed to help with this is better sound and lower noise or whatever. Okay, I don't buy that, but just the fact that it's big and red, I'm like, I'm going to see that at a show. I will notice.
You'll not forget it.
You will not forget
in.
that because I'm like, okay, how many of you guys have forgotten speaker cables, instrument cables, power cables, stuff
maybe
like
a
that.
patch cable if you do everything on the floor.
Well, you deserve that if you do that. It's happened before, and I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll buy these red ones just to help your boy out. If I can see that, and I'll put maybe like neon green tape, whatever, on the ends, just to like more so, just to be like,
Yeah, so you're seeing
That's-
red again.
that's mine. Yep, like Chevelle style. So I saw one on Reverb for about like $10 plus $8 shipping,
Ooh.
which is less than what you get it from Mercury.
Yeah.
From, which I think they add $22 plus maybe $5 shipping, something
Yeah.
like that. Or if they do free shipping, still you're getting it a few dollars less
Okay.
total. And it was used. It was from somebody. So I was like, shoot, right? I'm going $5.
Oh.
Going from like $10 and $8 shipping to $5 and $8 shipping, and he accepted.
Dang.
No problem. Within like an hour. And I'm like, cool. Paid that motherfucker. And I'm like,
How many feet?
10.
10 feet. Okay.
I think it's like,
Make sure.
yeah, it's like 10. So it's a good size. It's not going to be like a 2-foot cable. It's like,
All right.
it's good for shows. And I'm like, cool. And the guy who got it from, he's like, oh, I bought this for an amp and I don't need that amp anymore. Sold it. I have just this cable hanging around. He just wants to get rid of it. So it's like probably just like whatever he can make up for it and get it. And I found out it was from, I felt bad because I'm like, I'm going to lowball this guy who already had a good deal going on.
Mhm. Yeah.
It was from Swartz Cables. So Swartz Cables is a newer company
Okay.
and they're on Instagram. They're started following us. They do a lot of stuff with like, a lot of people do cables and patch cables and stuff like that, but they also do a lot of really cool cables for wireless. So wireless to
Oh.
guitar. So if you have line 6, a Sennheiser, a Shure, whatever, they'll
make that. Oh,
they'll
man.
make those.
Because
and
I remember that was like, if you lost that
do
fucking
not
cable.
lose it. Yeah, exactly. They do that now.
Shit.
And they do like, the braided cable, or not braided, but they do the Tech Flex around it.
Yeah.
They do that. And a lot of these companies can do that. Sinusoid, we have BTA, BTPA can do that, but Swartz also does that.
Do you remember people would like, we would always take apart all the parts on the pack, on the wireless pack, unscrew it,
Yeah.
put it back. But people would just undo it and just wrap the fucking cable around,
Yeah, because
like it was an iPod. And you're like, oh my god, like that's gonna fuck up the very end that goes in.
And the thing is, like, maybe people have ones that are fucked up only because the cable can
Yeah.
attach. I'm like, yeah. So it's a little shout out for Swartz Cables. So the guy,
Even though you lowballed him.
Yeah, I gave him a little ball, but I'm gonna give him a shout out. It's cool. I checked out his Instagram. I'm like, oh fuck, he's got a bunch of cool stuff. Which I'm going to eventually start playing wireless again, hit him up. I might hit him up for some custom cables.
Nice.
But one thing I did notice about the Mercury, the red cable that I started to be like, oh, I like to use it for my amp. I noticed like every once in a while, even after I had the tubes changed or whatever on my Rock Reverb 1x12 combo,
Mhm.
it would like every once in a while do like a once in a while.
That's on that cable only.
No, it would do that. But once I added that cable, it stopped.
Oh, I
It
see. What
stopped
you're
those
saying.
little weird blips. And I'm like, I think I just have shitty power in my bedroom. It's like shitty power.
Maybe it's a thicker gauge or something. Or...
It's something that's like where they have like the 3 connectors, like the ground, the positive, negative, are so further
Oh,
apart.
they're more.
Yeah.
Okay.
And shielding in between them. That's why the cable is like so thick.
Yeah.
But I noticed it dropped that weird noise.
Like the aliens talking to you.
Now, I am not going to say it's the cables doing, but I'm not going to not say it's the cables doing.
I'm gonna let you decide.
Well, I'm like, okay, you see like a power cable is going to make your amp sound better. And then it did.
Fuck.
I'm like, fuck you.
for being right. Or
No,
what?
yeah, exactly. Kind of.
Jesus.
Kind of, but I'm like,
You can calm down.
okay, if you improve like different parts of your like rig and it works, that's it. Don't question it. It works. And so I'm going to say like I improved my power cable to my amp and it worked. I had like every once in a while, but if you're in a band mix and you're like, oh, it kind of like is like every once in a while go
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
you're never going to notice. And I'm like, okay, cool. Because I read a couple things. I'm like, okay, which I'm still going to do because I'm like, I don't like that. I want my amps to be the best. I am going to. People say like, oh, change out the tubes in the effects loop. because people, if you change out the power tubes and the preamp tubes, that might not be the problem, because what the problem could be is in the effects loop. Even if you don't use it, it is still, the signal is passing through the effects loop bypass. So anyways, I might change the tubes. Like, it's like, I think 2 of them. It's a couple, just like preamp style tubes instead of AX or 12 AX7s. It's 12 AT7s or something. Anyways,
I'm just speaking out of my ass here. I got a couple tubes I got to change in the effects loop and reverb, but so far that power cable has been doing the trick.
it's not a bad buy.
Speaking of tubes, what's going on with your other amp?
Oh God, I don't know yet. I have a Rock Reverb 50 head that we were practicing last night with Playing Without a Pilot, and it just started like, I knew I bought it at a good price, and it had like, I bought it from Guitar Center, so of course Guitar Center is not gonna be like, we're gonna give this a whole service check, and we're gonna do the new tubes and bias them and everything, and make sure it goes out the door lickety split.
Yeah, we're gonna polish up the front plate.
Honky dory. No, they do not give a fuck. They just like got it in, get it out, boom, whatever. And I got it, and I got it for a good price. And I kind of knew that the tubes in the power section were dying.
Yeah,
like,
well, that's something you really do anyways, I guess.
You should. I mean, you should change the tubes. But I'm like, I've bought my 80-30, 80-15, and 80-30 combo from dealers and like, or what people, shops locally in San Diego and LA, and they're like, we changed it and make sure it's ready to go, because that's what they do.
Yeah.
Not saying that Guitar Center's the bad guy, but they're not going to give the shit.
Yeah.
They want to get it in, get it out.
And they want to take the piss.
Taking the piss.
Out of you.
Yeah. So anyway, my Rock Reverb 50 head, which I don't currently gig with right now,
out of commission.
It's out of commission. I was at practice. I'm like, oh man, I have it about 2:00, and it's like barely keeping
Sputtering.
up. It's like barely keeping up. And once I started like, okay, like, oh, let me just check it a couple of let me just try gain it up a little bit more. It's like,
yeah.
I'm like, it was making almost those same type of sounds. I'm like, all right, we'll change the tubes. So anyways, I luckily, like, at the studio, we're like, Kyle and Brian, like, oh God damn it, dude.
What's that right above it?
You have to change to the other amp that you have at the studio. Boom, 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 boom. It was like a minute. I'm like, oh, let the other one turn on, and I'll switch the cabs or whatever. And then I'm like, it turned on. So, it wasn't a problem, because I have. It makes me sound like a real asshole, but I'm like, I have like enough.
Hey, back up, man.
I have a lot of amps, so if one burnt out, I have, it's the belt suspender kind of deal. That's what I got going on. Anyway, so to get outside of amps, I bought some and received some harnesses from Gunstreet Wiring
Shop.
Yes. Alley-oop with the donk.
Got it. Boom, assist.
Got him. From Sean. I hit him up. Like, I was like feeling a little frisky. And I was like, okay.
Were you drinking
Or I
whiskey?
also had one of my guitars crap out. So I hit him up and like, look, my P bass is shitty. It's like now just like dead.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's just like crappy wiring in there.
It's an
And,
old...
like, Kyle needs to Kyle, you're like, oh, I think there's a misconnection somewhere. Da, da, da. I'm like, hit up Sean
Get
from
a new one.
Gunstreet. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, this is going to be fucked up. I'm like, what can you do for me? I know you wired Kyle's P bass with the mindset of using the tone knob, because I'm like, your P bass, I'm like, you don't use the tone knob much, but I'm like, it's your recording bass.
Yeah.
We should have that option, because
You want that tone control.
we should bing.
Bing.
We should have that option.
Yeah.
Right. So I was like, okay, cool. Whereas my P bass is a Mexican P bass. We use it for gigging.
Yeah.
We use it for touring. It's just the one that it's like, if this gets like dropped out of a van or something,
Stolen.
or like,
I would still be bummed.
yeah, we'd be bummed,
But
but
you'd be
it's
able to
like,
live your life
it's not
still.
like Kyle's like main, like, it's not his glory,
Yeah.
And I love the bass a lot. And the thing is, like, it sounds great, but okay. So I told him all that stuff. I'm like, okay, I want it to sound good and I want it to be used because it will be for gigs and for tour and whatever. But I don't need a tone knob. Can you give me the same volume roll off? Because I'm like, okay, Kyle, I know I don't. You use the volume knob to do swells and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then to me, I like the idea a lot. I never use tone. It's on or off. But I'm like, if we're in the studio, I'm like, oh, roll off the tone a little bit. But stay on the stage, you're never going to really give a shit. So I was like, okay, got a crazy idea here, baby. Buckle up. Volume on-off switch, just like I have on my Les Paul Jr.
Okay.
Can you do it? He's like, yeah, no, I can do it. I'm like, but I want a big switch. I want a big old honking switch.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, no, I don't know if I can do that. And then he texts me right back. No, never mind. I found it. Yeah, I'll do it. So it just goes to show you the type of emailing Sean at Gunstreet. You're talking to Sean at Gunstreet.
Yeah. A real dude.
He will get back to you as soon as he can get back to you.
Yeah.
And, anyway, so the P-bass harness, I have a volume bleed with the, what he says is the Bourne's pots. So, which is they're better for volume swells, they're lower friction, good stuff. And it has the on and off switch. So it's a big old honking down, up, on off switch. Good stuff.
You'd put it right where the tone knob was.
Yeah, because I don't use the tone. So I told him yo, I'm not using this tone. It's going to be either on, off, and I'm rolling to down because for a swell and up to this. And so he had that done for me. And then I was like, you know what? While we're in the mix, and because I have an order, custom order already open for you, that Jazzmaster. I'm doing 2019 is the year of the Jazzmaster. I'm getting my Jazzmaster, which is already pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
I'm going to knock it up to the next level. And so I'm like, okay, give me a good hardness. Because I'm like, to me, the rhythm jazz circuit is bullshit. It's good for some people and it works for others, but it does not work for me. I'm like, this sounds like, it sounds like a little bit like this. And it gets really, it leaves something to be desired.
That sounded better, actually.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, what can you do for me? What are you doing Jazzmaster wise for other people? So it was dealer choice. So he did 2 volumes, 2 tones kit. And I'm reading this with a series parallel switch instead of the rhythm circuit. So it will put an out of phase switch on the bridge pickup.
Okay.
So it's giving me a lot more tonal options that are listenable and usable for modern music, punk rock music.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, it's making my Jazzmaster that much better. So I was just really stoked to be like, cool. He's gonna give a shit about what I'm doing, and he I basically gave him a patchwork text of this is what I do, this is what I have. What you got?
What can you do for me?
Who in the hell thought that oh yeah, your switches and stuff like that and how they're wired, that makes a difference, and there's a point to that, but it makes sense because it's the direct point from your pickup, which is picking up your attack of the string, going to transferring to your cable. I'm like, duh.
Yeah,
that's what it's there for. It's making it good, baby. And even just comparison, I'm like, okay, so my SG and my Les Paul are pretty simple setup. They're a one humbucker bridge pickup to a volume that I can roll on and off, swell and stuff like that. I don't.
Yeah, they are swell.
They're pretty swell. Okay,
gotcha.
And then, but I also have a guitar, which is my Stratocaster, which has the bridge humbucker pickup and a single volume. I don't have one of the Gunstreet harnesses in there, and we noticed at band practice. Even Brian, our drummer, notices yeah, that. I was like, oh, I was rolling in down the volume and up, and he's like, it just went volume. But you know what? Yeah, shit, we're running on long with this. What's new? I say we should get some topics.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. So for the first topic, I don't know how I'm going to phrase this. I'm just going to work with me here, workshop here.
Okay.
So would you rather play the original or the clone, the copy, whatever? You know, let's say, would you rather play a Strat or an Exotic or Sir?
Okay.
That kind of thing. It's like, would you want to play the original Real McCoy deal or like something that is like based on that? Like,
Okay.
You know, Telly or a T-type, you know?
Well, like the theory, I guess, is like you have the original, like that's the pure, you know.
That's the first one.
Okay, but then you have this might have different updated new parts. This may be like more interesting. It may be
It's different in some way. Either it could be price, it could be just by the
because if it's not different, then it's a cease and desist.
The vendor and somehow or sorry, it could be by like the brand on it.
Yeah,
Could be different. That could be the only thing. Or maybe they improve, you know, they like
Could
make
be,
it, you know, cheaper, or they improve upon it. Some there's some fucking
better
reason.
craftsmanship, whatever. Yeah. Okay.
So,
You got one you want to start with, or what?
well, I have a couple, and then we can like go off of it.
Okay.
Okay. So I mentioned it just in the introduction here. So what about a Strat? Would you rather play like, you know, the flagship type deal, which is an American Strat?
Okay.
Just like it's
Your
their-
$1,000.
Yeah,
you know.
it's their standard, whatever the standard is nowadays. I can't think of it now. It's like whatever. Too tired. It's working.
Oh.
We're doing late night tone jerks. If you guys can tell.
Yeah. Blame it on. I don't know.
The hours?
Hours. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Actually, you stole my bit.
Father time.
Yeah.
So anyway, the American Strat, or like, you know, equivalent like Sir, Nash, Exotic. I guess that those are more custom shop prices, but just like of like those are like the standard Nash. Those are the standard Exotics and stuff like that. What would you rather have? You know, it's a fucking Strat. Everybody knows it's a Strat. It's S-type. It's S-type.
Yeah,
you know?
but so like your Nash would be like an exact copy.
Your three,
you know,
pickup deal. Isn't
your
three
single coil.
It's not going to be like, oh, this has like this type of like aesthetic. It has like, or it has like something that you like. And you're like, it's not going to be like, it has, you know, Evertune or something that you want in it. It has the standard Strat.
Mm-hmm. I'd probably lean more towards the Sure.
Yeah.
Because I think the Nash, like I said, would be like an exact copy.
I mean, it's those or the original. Would you rather have just an American Strat?
I think that would be too boring.
Oh, okay. You stand out a little bit.
Yeah.
Stand out a little bit. Okay.
Well, it's actually a Sewer, so.
Yeah. Okay. If money wasn't an option, Sewer, which might be the more of the, you know, the higher
metal-y kind of.
No, not that. It's just the more of the higher price stuff. It might be closer to. I'm probably gonna get butchered for this, but it's like it might be closer to $2,000 as opposed to
it's like double the price.
Oh, is for the American standard is like 12 to 15.
Yeah.
Depending used new prices, whatever, it's gonna be at least like $500 to $700 more.
Well, whatever, 50% more.
So it's a good markup. To the Sewer. I would probably, this is where for Strats, I'd rather have the original Fender Strat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, but you said it after I already picked,
in your head.
In my head, I already, you know, picked my horse here. And I picked the pony, and I was like, you're right, it is kind of boring.
Yeah.
But it might just be for a Strat. Okay, switch it up.
All right.
Okay. What about amps?
Okay.
Would you rather have like an original Marshall style amp, meaning that it would be a Marshall? Or would you rather have like, a Seriatone or a Friedman type amp that is like based off of a, you know,
we're talking
Marshall.
combos here or what?
Amp heads.
Okay.
Combos, whatever you're thinking about wanting to have. What would you rather have?
I mean,
like a Marshall copy or a Marshall? Or it could even be I'm going to build my own Marshall.
I think it would be kind of cool to have like a boutique amp, but then, no. I think like the Trump from this and the Trump from that, like it would have to be Marshall. It'd have to be like
Well, I mean, I think that you can't deny that most of the like boutique amp builders
Mhm.
are doing their takes on Marshalls and Plexis or whatever higher gain JCMs,
yeah.
and they're buku
yeah.
bucks, baby. They're buku bucks.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
a lot of money, like in comparison. Whereas, like, okay, a guitar might be, only like you said, you were like what giving like, might be like 40% more, 50% more, whatever. At the most, maybe like whatever the case may be. These are almost double the price.
Yeah, they're like
for used, because you
Yeah.
can get used Marshalls because they've been around for a while, and those circle pretty quick. And Marshall might be a bad example because of like 50 and 100 watt Marshall heads. People grow out of those.
yeah.
And you can get those. But if you want a 50, 100 watt Friedman, for example,
You're still in the
you're still like buying new prices because there's not a lot of those in the market, in circulation.
which is also kind of an aesthetic, for that.
Yeah. And the thing
Like,
is,
it's the rarity of it, I guess.
we've played shows where people have had like Friedman half stacks, full stacks. And we're like,
Yeah.
that's fucking
Can't go wrong.
$3.5 grand you got there, baby.
Yeah.
Sounds good for you.
Yeah.
You get a bowl of soup with that head? You get a bowl of soup with that amp? So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would go with the OG
Amps
Marshall.
I don't know. Amps might be different. But, okay, what if we try, okay, what about like the guitars and basses? Do you have any other examples?
I mean,
Or
like,
even pedals. Like I
Yeah,
kind of
I
said
was-
this out like a whole thing. Would you rather have the original or the clone or my take on this?
yeah. I mean, we could go obvious. We could go the Klon debate.
Mhm.
You have your Soul Food. You have, that's like that's like scraping the bottom of the Klon
Yeah, you got the Tumnus, which
Tumnus
from Wampler, which is like that mini one. It is. I mean, that's the one.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a deluxe, which is like the bigger one, which is like, why? Just get the Tumnus Mini. It's the best.
Yeah.
It is so good. It's like,
So you wouldn't want a Klon?
no,
An OG
it
Klon?
is so good.
Wait, what are the other ones? The K2, was it KTR?
The KTR, I guess would be cool, but I'm like, I don't know. If you wanted a bigger one, like more of like, oh, I want to take up more real estate and stuff like that. But the thing is, you're not just like, I'm taking up more space, elbow room, baby. You're getting more. Get the fucking Special K from Like My Pedals. Joseph is doing that circuit, and he can put it into a bunch of different configurations.
Yeah, and customize the fuck out of it.
He has different clipping options, and he has that bass switch that adds just a little more like, ooh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
a little girth to it.
Yeah, and I'm like, between those two, I'm like, I have every Klon that I want, really.
Yeah.
And then, like, I mean, shit. And I say that in a bad way because I'm like, you have a bunch too. It's like you have the Honton
Yeah.
from Idiot Box. That's a great sounding pedal too. I'm like, oh, and it's like
It's a cool theme to the pedal too.
It's a fun. I mean, it's a fun gag.
Yeah.
It's a Honton. It's like Han with the body of a tauntaun, like the graphics, and like it sounds great too.
Yeah.
It's like
It's a really good pedal.
and you mentioned the Soul Food. This sounds great.
Yeah.
So Klon, I would say get the clones. There's too many of them out there. There's the Tumnus.
Yeah.
It's mini. It's a mini pedal.
Yeah.
It has the same controls, and it sounds so fucking good. Oh my god. I don't know. Is there like a certain thing that really dictates what you would want to like choose between the two? I'm like, okay, maybe we can get down to brass tacks here. Is it like gonna be like the price? Is it gonna be the model? What is it gonna be? The options or like the improvements? Like what's gonna make you want to choose one or the other? I'm like, I'd rather get an original Fender. I'd rather get an original Marshall that, or whatever the case may be. Like the amp, the guitar. Is it really guitars, or what are we talking about here?
All right. Here's another one. OG or clone? Slow gear or slow gear clone?
I don't know. Neither
Neither one. Yeah. Next one.
That's a shitty circuit. It's just like a crappy swell. You want a crappy swell that doesn't sound real?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Slow or fast?
And do you want to pay $500 to $600 for it?
Just get the clone. Actually, I take it back. Get the clone.
Get the clone.
Yeah,
because you can find out
you
real
can find
quick.
Out, yep, exactly. That's what.
Only spending $50 on
That's
it.
a good deed that Johnny Ray is doing. It's like, oh yeah, let me just. Like,
you guys want to see some shitty pedals?
You want to try this one thing that everybody wants to like
Hey
give a shot?
kids, you want to try some shit?
Hey kids, I got something for you. It's a pretty crappy pedal, huh?
Oh, are you homeless 6-shooter? Yeah, I'll try your shit.
Well, I mean, I guess, I don't know. It's a difference with pedals. I kind of like, maybe it's more attainable that you can get the original.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to be like, I'm going to get the same original one that Stevie Ray Vaughan, like the mixed up fucking tube screamer that he had. No, you can't get that one. But I'm like, even like, okay, like a lot of pedals are based off the CE2.
Yeah, C2.
And you got that for a reasonable price.
Yeah.
I mean, more people have paid more money for a Julia from Walrus
Yeah.
just because it had like a different graphic of a zombie girl on it.
Yeah. Brian.
No. Yeah, probably, I guess. I got it for about the same price that you did, but more people will pay double what I paid, which was like $300 something for a zombie girl on a Julia.
Yeah, they go higher than that now.
And that's it's cool graphic, it's a cool limited edition thing, and it's, I don't know, it's a chorus. You know, I mean, to me, I'm like, okay, I'm sure there's choruses like, this one's based off of this. This was the Roland one. You know,
that's CE2. This is CE1.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so, but I mean, maybe the Julia is a bad example, but okay, people will pay a Julia because of the artwork on it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, a lot of people will pay for a pedal because it's based off of a CE2 for almost like boutique prices.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to understand, like, okay, this is made in America. It's made by a dude or a handful of people or whatever. Their marketing, yada, yada. The budget goes into it. But you got one for what, 175, something like that?
175.
And it was original made in Japan 80s CE2 Boss. And that, like, some pedals are
you
based...
bragging for me? I think you're bragging for me.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's
Thanks,
like
dog.
some of the pedals are based off of that. Whatever. It's like, okay, well, you know, would you rather have just the original CE2 or would you rather have something based off the CE2?
Probably, well,
Both.
yeah. No, I would probably have just the original.
Yeah, or
But-
I mean, if you had to have one or the other. But I'm like, I think pedals are a little more attainable because you can get those, but maybe guitars, because we're trying to, like, you know, hollow down, or not hollow down, we're trying to, like, chop down, get down to what we're talking about here. It's like guitars. Sometimes you can't always afford the original guitar.
Yeah.
But maybe you want some aesthetics of the original. So
Yeah.
you can maybe like, oh, I like Jazz Masters, but I don't like the circuits that they have in it. I don't like the
Don't like the neck
hardware
or the
whatever.
yeah.
You can, or don't like the pickups, whatever.
Mhm.
But there's some brands that do something different with that.
Mhm.
There's Jennings Guitars, Chad. He's doing a lot of really cool stuff where he's blending like offset bodies, but he's doing something different with them. It's like Jazzmaster inspired.
Yeah, with a hollow, semi-hollow with
Something
like binding.
something like that. And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
cool. And you can get that, you know, thing, or you can get like, I like a Bigsby for some reason. I want to put that on there. Or I'll get the Jazzmaster like type of bridge with the mastery or whatever.
Yeah.
Or I'll get it like, I never actually used the bridge, but I would like a Jazzmaster that didn't have that. He can do something like that. Or you have Balaguer, whatever they're called. I still don't know yet. Guitars, which they do like those offset guitars, which are, oh man, I've been seeing a lot recently. Just, okay, you have the old school aesthetics of like, okay, mixing Telecasters, but Strats and Jazzmasters and Mustangs, whatever. But you have modern, they're like, you know, hey, you like the classic look, but you want something real fucking modern? We got you, baby.
Yeah.
They were like, oh yeah, what about a Jazzmaster with Fluence pickups
Yeah.
and an Evertune? How about that?
Yeah. Modern neck or whatever.
Yeah, modern shaped neck, but we're also gonna make it like, you know, shape similar to an offset Jazzmaster with like, you
Painted
know,
headstock.
yeah, painted headstock, or like, you know, the offset look with the perloid, like, you know, pick guard, so it looks like, you know, the like 50s style, like old school 60 style, I guess, type guitars. Like we have, you know, hey, you know, do you mind if we like hopscotch a bit and jump in between both these styles? So you have brands that can do that. So I'm like, okay, maybe for guitars, because they're a little more personal, you can kind of be like, okay, I want this to be like hearken to the old aesthetics and old,
but I want it to be a fucking player, you know?
Yeah, and I want it to be me. And like Fender can't always do that, or like the brands like Gibson, especially Gibson, actually, they can't do something like that. But I'm like somebody like Gower or somebody like Cole guitars, they can do something more modern. They can blend a lot more things. Whereas like Gibson, like they're kind of more stuck in their roots because they have to be.
Yeah, they do the set neck.
Yeah, you couldn't see one of them being like, hey, let's try and do like Floyd Rose, or like let's try and do like Evertune on one of our production models. Let's just do it, because that's what. Do you want to try it? They couldn't do that because they're like, people would be like, oh, it's gonna be a classic capset. Yeah, what are you doing? You fucking throw away the heritage. And it was like, they couldn't do that.
A lot of blues lawyers.
Yeah, rock doctors, pedal dentists.
Yeah,
all three of them.
They're in the same band, probably.
They're all exactly. And you couldn't do that with that brand because they have to.
Well, you have the same thing with Fender.
Yeah, and same, but like some of these other smaller brands, you could do that. You could do something with Jennings. You could do something with Gower or Equitz or whatever. It's like, and even Kiesel. Like Kiesel is just, they're the same type of thing. They're like, okay, we have weird shit that we want to do.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna try and do some Ibanez stuff. We're gonna try and do some like, you like Strandberg type of stuff. We'll do this. We'll do that. I'm like, we'll do the modern stuff. We'll do the classic stuff, the T style, S style, whatever. I'm like, we'll do it. I'm like, you like jazz bass? You like P bass? We're gonna do it. Maybe we can make it work. You want modern stuff? Like, all these brands.
You want weird contour cuts and different lamb woods together. So
woods and colors and stuff like that. A lot of these brands will do that. And so to me, I'm like, we're living in an age where you can have like a mix of both. So I don't know. Did we answer this question or not? I think
we just really want Balaguer guitars.
They're cool, and we want like more.
What's cool is you can build it on their website too.
I don't know. I mean, I guess like to cap it off, I'm like, okay, if you can like take something that is like, I don't know, a design or something or whatever, and improve upon it.
Put a spin on it.
That makes it worth a damn. Like you do something different with it. Obviously, there has to be limitations, and there's like cease and desist, whatever, don't copy this, motherfucker, and headstock, whatever.
That pays, was it homage? Is that what they say?
Yeah, homage.
Or fromage. Is that cheese? I think it's cheese.
You know what? I like both, so we're going to take both of them. Homage and fromage. If you can, like, pay those respects to the original, but, like, improve upon it, or do something different that offers, like, oh, you know what? I might want to buy that. Because, like, to me, I'm like, okay, HM2. I kind of was like, okay, it'd be really nice to have one. I know Johnny plays one with bass, which is kind of weird, like a chainsaw-y kind of distortion for bass.
Yeah,
that he plays, and it works out. It sounds great. To me, I'm like, I don't know if I really
to
want
get an original one. Yeah.
To me,
what are they, 12 volts or something?
They're a little different, and the made in Japan ones. I'm like, they're like 120 at least.
I might.
For a distortion pedal that is probably going to sound like shit.
Yeah.
You're like,
still going to get one.
Got me there. So there's one that's on my radar. Like any day now, I'm waiting for them to put up their, pre-orders. It's for Decibelix Pedal Boutique.
Where are they out of?
They're out of Spain.
Okay.
Barcelona. They have a pedal called the Angry Swede, which is an HM2 clone, which is a mini pedal.
Yeah, it's a fucking mini.
And I'm like, you know what? I never thought I needed one of those, but the fact that it's a mini pedal and it's kind of it's
cool looking too. It's got like almost the original style knobs on it, like the orange and black.
I'm like, to me, I'm like, I want that. I'm sure they're gonna do a better thing for it, but I'm like,
wait, are we doing pedal news right now?
I don't know.
Oh shit!
I don't really know.
Fucking cut this out.
Pedal news, but I'm also like, it's just
we don't do news.
You didn't. I mean, you said it is cool. I was gonna say it was gonna be cute.
Oh,
that's the only reason I want to buy it. I'm like, oh, it's a cute little mini pedal. Of course, I want to buy it. Yeah. And you put it on.
It's like $500.
You plug it in. It's like, bing. All right. You gotta put that right back in the box.
Yeah, put that right on the fridge.
But it'd be fun to get. I don't know. So that's for me. I got one more quick one.
Okay.
What do you say?
Let's hit it.
It's we've been rambling on a little while, so I'm like, let's do a cool-
You've been talking the whole time.
All right, that's good.
Jesus, I've been taking notes.
I'm sure it's gonna be the highest rated listened episode ever. 80 million downloads.
Boom. You gotta aim high.
Yeah. So we'll do a quick one. Bang, marry, kill. What do you say?
Hit me.
All right. So I'm talking those clickbaity bullshit Facebook, Instagram guitars.
Oh, you're really selling this one to me.
But they're actually they're cool. Whatever. So anyways, let me finish and you're going to decide. So you've seen the videos. You've seen them posted. You've seen them reposted in all the groups.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about those clickbaity weird guitars made out of weird things. They look kind of kooky, That's how they get you. So I'm talking the epoxy river guitar. Guitars, whatever.
Yeah,
there's
dudes
multiple,
cranking them out.
So it's like, the wood, they had the slats of wood or whatever, it look like driftwood or whatever. I'm sure there's something different into them. And then they the colored epoxy, that just the river that runs down the guitar that connects the piece of wood, whatever. And then they build a guitar out of that piece.
Yeah.
Cool stuff, right? Let's build a Strat. Okay. And then we have the, you ever seen that old Fender guitar that they made out of cardboard?
The old guitar?
It's, about 2 years.
Oh, that's pretty old.
It was Lincoln Park, the guitarist from there.
Oh.
He played that in the demo video or the promo video for it just to say, what can we do? Can we build a guitar out of cardboard? Yes, you can.
You guys flew me out here for this?
When you epoxy it or whatever, it makes it the resin around the cardboard. Yes, you can build it. So it's you can see through it. It looks like, you ever look at a piece
corrugated,
of cardboard? Yeah, corrugated. Some people may not have seen it, but if you ever look at a piece of cardboard, thicker pieces of cardboard, it's corrugated. They have the different wavy parts in between them. They're taped together or glued together, whatever. It's imagine that, but your whole Stratocaster. You put the pick guard on it. You put the whammy, the trem, vibrato arm on it. You do the whole neck, but the neck is just made out of wood still.
It's a regular
Fender neck.
Because you have to have the truss rod, I guess.
So that is one of your guitars.
Okay.
And then the last one, we've all seen it. The colored pencil guitar. How many times have you seen this posted in the last month or so? Actually, I think Epoxy Rivers might be cranking up there with the views.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the three. Okay, so let me give some backstory. Colored pencil guitar. A guy takes a bunch of colored pencils, bunches them all up together.
300 pencils or something.
A bunch of them.
Probably more.
And then he puts a bunch of epoxy over them to keep them all together to make them one solid piece.
And then routes it out.
Shaves it down, sands it over, cuts it out to make it a Strat. And then he cuts the body out of that. And it's cool. It looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, I bought a colored pencil guitar. All right, nice. All right. Here's a couple million views. Nice, dude. Anyways, so those are the clickbaity guitars. And I've seen most of those videos. I've seen all those videos. I'm lying. None of them are bad. They're all your standard shapes. I want to say they're all Strats.
They're all Strats, actually.
Yeah, they're all Strats.
Yeah.
So, okay. Bang, marry, kill, epoxy river guitar, cardboard Strat guitar, and the colored pencil Strat guitar.
Jesus.
Which one of those Strats would you rather play? Bang, marry, kill. You kind of divvy up your yes to no.
All right, so I'm probably bang the river guitar. I mean, I don't want to, but it has to be done. Gonna marry the colored pencil guitar and absolutely kill the cardboard guitar. Because if you think about
why kill?
Because you're gonna sweat on that thing. It's not gonna be good.
Oh God! Think of all
sweat on it. It's gonna start coming apart.
Think of all the skin in between.
Oh God, that's what I'm thinking. Even the dust,
the dead skin in between those.
Yeah.
You can't clean it.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Damn, you really thought about that. That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I can't. And then the I'd probably put on the river guitar. I'd probably put lights or LEDs in it, so it actually made it even look shittier, cheesier.
No, it's gonna make it. Yeah, look, it's gonna make it look daddier.
Yeah, which you might as well. It already looks like a coffee table.
Yeah, you're gonna be instead of leather daddy, you're epoxy daddy.
But the colored pencil guitar is probably the coolest one. I think out of the three. When I say coolest, I mean like the one that probably plays the best. It probably because it's actually a solid piece. You know,
Well,
it's
epoxy guitar is probably more solid. Okay, well, how about I'll get into mine and we'll like hash it out.
all right. What do you got?
Since you said it, I'm gonna kill cardboard.
All right, kill the cardboard.
I wasn't like I was kind of like I don't know which one. And when you said that, boom, you made my list. Once you said that, I'm like, it's gonna get shit in there. Not literally.
You're gonna spill
Hopefully
beer
not.
on it.
Yeah, you're gonna get the skin off your arm in there.
Oh, it's gonna turn black.
Oh my god.
It's gonna dent.
Although that might be kind of cool, but no, still kill
No.
that because I'm like, think about that. That's gross.
Yeah,
This is gross. You know what I'm saying? It's no, you got no mojo in there. You just got like fucking like
yeah.
mojo in there.
It'll yellow and it'll turn nasty colors.
No, it's gonna be gray and black in there for sure. All the sweat. Anyways, moving on. I am going to bang the colored pencil guitar.
Okay.
I'm going to marry the epoxy river guitar
All right.
because there's more tone wood in the epoxy guitar.
How do you know that there's not tone wood in those pencils? Gotcha.
Got me. But
What
I
if it
think
was
that-
like a rare redwood?
I think there's more. Would there be shit? Would there be more wood in the epoxy guitar? Because you have this sandwich. It's like a sandwich of like wood,
Yeah,
river of epoxy, wood.
but
So that's
not-
a sandwich. But you got more solid piece.
but you have.
But
it's
that's not-
divided, dude.
Yeah. Divided we fall.
Yeah, you know, you gotta stand for something, or
Yeah, you gotta
or you fall for everything.
Shit. Okay. I guess you win this one.
Yeah, it's like not about. It's like your preference still, but you just fold under every. You made some compelling arguments.
Telling arguments there.
I'm just
Sorry.
a small town strat lawyer.
All right. So let us know which is your favorite of the clickbaity. So maybe this is another clickbait. We should do another clickbait like for the tone jerks. Which is your favorite of the clickbaity strats that are all kind of bullshit?
And we should post all these on Instagram so people click, so we get more.
That's a good way to lose followers.
Yeah.
Hey, follow me. How about no? Hey, we're gonna post dumb bullshit. I'm gonna unfollow you now. All right, let's get out of here. We're having too much fun. It's the end of the episode, but I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. If you guys like what you hear, you guys can follow us along on the social medias. We have Instagram at the Tone Jerks, and we have a Facebook group. We have a Facebook page, which fucking sucks. Like it if you want. That'll be nice. But join the group. Just search the Tone Jerks and look for groups. You'll find us. And if you guys really like what you hear, you guys can help support the show for as little as $1 a month. And if you guys double down for $2 a month, you guys get an extra episode every week. And we have over 60. I think we're getting up to 70 extra episodes. So, because sometimes we do 2 bonus episodes a week.
Pretty good
stuff.
backlog.
No, it's like, if you guys are like, oh man, I got enough Tone Jerks, there's a whole back catalog of 60 to 70 episodes.
Yeah.
So check
You're
it out.
wrong.
Yeah, I mean, this is just us like, check us out on Patreon, please. God damn it. Anyways, just to show our appreciation for the Patreon, we are going to read your name, and by we I mean Kyle. He's going to read your names out just for a shout out. Kyle, give it to me, baby. Give me the shout outs.
Am I doing it centrally like we talked about earlier?
There's a joke in there.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, you're a dick. You can't just run with anything. All right, we have Jim Bowers, Jamie Davis, Co Schneider from the Flippin' Flippers podcast, Adam Rohr from Let 'Em Hear podcast. We got a lot of podcasts in here. We have Abe Newman, Michael Newman, Andrew Walsh, Jason Fuzzmonger, Doug Christ, Doug Gann, Doug King, Johnny Ray, Joseph from Like My Pedals, and Will Lehue. They're from another podcast. It's the Just Surprise Me podcast.
Oh, yeah. Check them out.
Yeah.
Thursdays, I think they're doing.
Dropping 'em, yep.
I don't know. Check them out. Whatever. They're on your, whatever you're listening to this on, find them.
Yep. Kevin Equits from Equits Guitars. Leon from Pelican Noiseworks. Sean Arbo from Gunstreet Wiring Shop. Steve Mike. Stephen Conradi.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Steven Conradi's cool. But Steve Mike, we are playing with his band, Hardly Human.
Yes.
On 420, baby.
Oh, yeah. Light them up.
So it should be the Saturday after this episode drops. Check us out at Himmelberg's if you're in San Diego or SoCal and you want to drive down, or
Or drive up. You could be
drive up.
Tijuana, man.
You can be TJ, baby. We're playing with them. Hardly Human, great fucking band, and I'm stoked to play with those guys. So
Yeah.
a little plug for the show.
Yeah, I got to start the list over again because you interrupted me. You messed up my flow.
Welcome to the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm your host, guys.
Stephen Conradi, Sean Fahey, Bruce Banana, Digger from Fatfoot Effects, Brett Alexander, Colin Smith, Alvaro Viramontes, Nicholas Payson, and Brian from Nutter Guitars.
Woo!
Woo!
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this episode, little late night boys,
Yeah.
but, hey, that's what you get.